Hey everyone, my name's Lane Rocks and you've just tuned in to Rocks Manor. Alright, so let's get a little bit of housekeeping out of the way. So first off, if you've been tuning in before, you know that I've been in the 7-day challenge where since I'd missed some of my Tuesday and Friday uploads, I went ahead and challenged myself / punished myself to upload 7 days in a row. The last video you guys saw from me was on day 5 and it was entitled Death Becomes Her because I got really sick. I actually went in, was diagnosed with the flu by the doctor, was prescribed Tamiflu, and here we are just 2 days later. Yeah, I think 2 days later. Excuse me. That had nothing to do with the flu. It was me burping. Sorry. I'm back. So I missed a couple of days on that because I was sick. And I'm still not feeling 100%, but I am feeling like mom good, right? When you got kids, that's probably as good as it gets. Help me.
Mommy!
What? What?
Yeah.
So anyway, so I was on that 7-day challenge. I got to day 5. I am going to complete out the 7 days. So today is video 6. Tomorrow will be video 7. And then kind of looking at the calendar with Christmas Eve and Christmas Day coming, I am going to hold off on any more videos probably until Friday. I'll do a video on Friday. The following week, I will take a couple of days off as well, just because it's going to be New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. I don't know. I'm not going to do anything for that, right? I'm not going to do anything for that. I don't know. I'm probably going to take some time off, and then I'll be back on Friday. And then once we kick off the new year, though, I will be back at Tuesdays and Fridays. I'm going to stick with that because I learned my lesson, right? I've been challenging myself. So let's see. Something that happened really funny this week. I was kind of laughing at myself. You ready to laugh at me? I try to not buy junk. I really do. And you can hear something clanking here. So obviously I'm going to visually show you something here. I love the dollar store. I mean, I love browsing at the dollar store. I love going in there. But I really try to not buy stuff in there. There are things that I go to the dollar store to go buy. But I try to not just like, oh, that's cute. Oh, that's great. Or that's whatever. Let me just buy it. Because you just trinkets and tchotchkes and things like that, for one, that give me a lot of anxiety to be surrounded by a lot of stuff. Like I stay with that back there full of all my, you know, pineapple and giraffe and whatever else obsession paraphernalia. but those are things that like mean things to me, things that I've collected, like whatever. But like going into a place and just like leaving with bags of stuff that I don't even know what's going to go with, and it's like I gotta dust it again later, and it's just not my lifestyle. So I did go into the dollar store the other day and I was picking up a couple of things, and when I went to the checkout I saw, ready for this? It's super cute. This, right? Here's a better picture right here. So my assumption, of course, is that it is a ring holder of some sort, right? Which is not a very good ring holder because actually I do not have small hands at all. Actually, I wear a size 10 ring, and that's like not even falling down on it. But still, yeah, I saw it. It's cute. I love the colors on it, and it just made me happy to look at. I guess Cone Marie would say it brought me joy. But I don't know, it was just kind of cute, and I thought, you know, I might not need it, but it's $1 and it's cute, and it's like something that could find a home up there. It's something that I really enjoy though. So I bought it. It was only $1, and I don't know, like I said, it brought me joy. Right next to it though, I was very confused by the fact that they had the same thing with a shrimp, right? Like, with a shrimp? What? Which is a better picture here. Which is funny to me though, because growing up back in South Texas, they do you peel 'em shrimp a lot, which is where they boil or sometimes steam the shrimp. I say sometimes steam, but I think steaming is more up here on the East Coast. But they boil the shrimp and they put it on ice and you eat the shrimp, right, with cocktail sauce. It's fantastic. And I used to jokingly be called the shrimpinator because I could legitimately eat 2 or 3 pounds of these you peel 'em, peel and eat shrimp. And I love them. So when I saw this, of course I don't need something that's a food item, but I thought, how random is that it's a little shrimp with its head off, right? And I held it up and I was looking out of my hand and I'm like, oh, this is so cute. Cute. And I don't know, at some point I finally like held it up and I turned it around and I realized it's actually a mermaid. It's a mermaid. Who knew? Yes, the backside looks like a shrimp though, right? So the cool thing is I like mermaids too. The funny thing is that I own this now, but not because it's a mermaid, because I don't really need it. Although I will say that when it comes to rings, this one definitely does a much better job with holding them, right? But I bought it because I was kind of thinking that to me, it was just kind of like a moment in time that was a really interesting perspective for me, that I'm first looking at something and it looks like one thing, right? I mean, it really did. This looks like a shrimp, right, with its head off. But just turning it around and looking at it from another angle, I definitely saw something a lot more pleasant. So as kitschy and like, I don't know, bumper stickery as I'm trying to make that sound, you know, that it's kind of like a little life lesson looking at this. Really and truly was an excuse for me to bring this cool little mermaid home. But I wanted to challenge you guys watching this, because what can you think of that would be kind of like a good like bumper sticker kind of phrase, you know, looking at things from the other angle or whatever, or, you know, what can you think of that I can write here on the bottom, and I will put it up there and I will keep it up there for like forever. You give me some words, and if they're good ones, I'll pick them. Give me some words that I can write here on the bottom, and I'll write them down there and I'll put them up there, and you can kind of be a piece of my little shelf life over there. Shelf life, yeah, that's good, right? The shelf life challenge. Yeah, I challenge you to let me know what I should write on the bottom here, and I don't know, what do you think? Was I crazy to think that was a shrimp? No? Yeah? Maybe so. Anyway, like I said, I will be doing another video here tomorrow and then taking a couple of days off because it is going to be Christmas and Christmas Eve, and then I will see you again on Friday. So whatever you guys got going on in your weekend, I hope it was a really good one. Otherwise, I also want to point out that I got my haircut today. Yeah. And if you've ever gotten your haircut, because you probably have, as a woman, I'm just going to be doing this for the next like 3 days. Like, oh, excuse me? Boys, can you take out the trash? Doug, can you go get another gallon of milk from the garage? That's gonna be me for the next like, I don't know, 2 or 3 days. Women, we do that, right? I don't know, it always feels good. Every mirror you walk by, every window, you're like, hold on a second.